Chồng trai vợ lưới con câu, sống ngô bề xa biết đâu bên bà.
Khi nên tay kiếm cái cờ, không nên ta cùng
an occasion to where I was walking into an office building and some dear little lady said, "Honey," she says, "are you ornamental?" And I didn't quite know how to answer her. And I said, "Sometimes."
It happens to me all the time, you know, like, how long have you been here? Or who taught you English? Because we're always foreigners because of our appearance. Because of our appearance, we just look like we just got here. I mean, we don't look like American people.
secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
It has been a year since a white man went on a murderous rampage in the Atlanta suburbs, killing 8 people, 6 of them Asian women. And since then, there have been other highly publicized violent crimes against Asians in the U.S. and a growing movement to stop Asian hate.
Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping now. Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area. I got the strap. Hey.
Civil rights activist Amanda Wynn says there's a lot of trauma right now.
You hear about our sisters getting shoved in front of trains, stabbed and screaming, and no one comes to help. It feels like getting torn apart.
She says it's important to recognize the majority of hate incidents are happening to women, no matter their age, their profession, their class. Wynn says women who look like her are stereotyped as both demure and overly sexualized.
There's a history in the United States of hypersexualizing Asian women and assuming that they're carriers of diseases.
The concept of a teachable moment can be very cliche, since it's so often linked to real tragedies that cause death and suffering in our communities. But there's really no alternative. Either we start thinking and acting in new and transformative ways, or, as Grace Lee Boggs, my mentor, once said, in this country filled with so many guns, we'll all be at arms with each other.
Not that long after the Atlanta news broke, Scott tweeted about a school shooting that took the lives of 5 children. And it's a shooting that happened more than 2 decades before Sandy Hook. It's a tragedy I bet most of us have never heard of. I hadn't heard of it, and I grew up not that far away from where it happened. In 1989, a 24-year-old white man used an AK-47 to fire 105 rounds into an elementary school in Stockton, California. And it was an elementary school with a mostly Southeast Asian student body. Like I said, he killed 5 children. 4 were Cambodian, 1 was Vietnamese. And according to the news reports, the night before the attack, he was ranting at a local bar about Vietnamese refugees getting government aid.
faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty, and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and cut your hair. From your lips she drew
Soon Chung Park, Hyun Jung Grant, Soon Cha Kim, Young A.U., Delana Ashley Yan, Paul Andre Michaels, Xiaojie Tan, and Dao Yo Fong.
What I try to do as a scholar and what I call on our policymakers and our figures in media to do is to put this in proper historical and structural context. Through the long history of U.S. wars in Asia, we have in the dominant culture of this country a tendency to discount the death and suffering of Asians, as occurred in the My Lai massacre, for instance, or a similar incident during the Korean War called the No Gun Ri massacre. It becomes so easy to simply see Asians as these faceless hordes that are, at best, sort of statistics and collateral damage, and at worst, a danger that needs to be exterminated.
Way down inside of me, darling, I have only one desire, and that one desire is you, and I know nobody else ain't gonna do.
Scott says the U.S. committed mass murder of Asians during the height of its empire building. Wars in the Philippines, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Korea, the bombing of Hiroshima in Japan. Those wars have had a particular impact on Asian women, both abroad and here in the U.S.
Asian fetishization and sexual violence against Asian women has always been a part of the colonial wars against our communities.
I just want to start a flame in your heart.
My little China girl, you shouldn't mess with me. I'll ruin everything you are. I'll give you television, I'll give you eyes of blue, I'll give you a man who wants to rule the world. And when I get excited, my little China girl says, oh baby, just you shut your mouth. She says,
The man who was arrested for the attacks in Atlanta talked about being an incel, which is short for involuntarily celibate. He implied that the businesses he targeted were places where he believed that sex work was happening. To be clear, we don't know if any of the people who were attacked were engaged in sex work.
The shooter allegedly said his sex addiction, not race, was the reason why he did what he did. But Connie is calling bullshit.
So communities of color have always been seen as disposable for white men's fantasies and their rage. On March 16th, when the killings happened in Atlanta, that was also the anniversary of the My Lai massacre. The My Lai massacre happened during the war in Vietnam. During this massacre, U.S. soldiers went into a village and sexually assaulted and then killed hundreds of Vietnamese women and children.
As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown, good Lord, show me the way. Oh, mothers, let's go down, come on down, don't you want to go down? Come on, mothers, let's go down, down in the river to pray.
Baby, I've been here before, seen this room, I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew ya. And I saw your flag on the marble arch. Our love is not a victory march, it's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
man in particular was able to do what he did because of white supremacy, misogyny, because of anti-sex work culture, poverty. He was able to do all of these things because of a culture and a system that enabled all of this to happen. Labeling it a hate crime individualizes the problem when it is a systemic and cultural issue.
How do Asian Americans, and I was in this position once, how do we see our own oppression or our misrecognition as a window into understanding that it's systemic, that it requires solidarity with others if we want to change it?
वक्रतुण्ड महाकायः सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु महि देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ॐ नमो श्री गजानन श्री सिद्धिविनायक गजानन जय अष्टविनायक गजानन मंगलमूर्ति गजानन